Good morning YouTube and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we're going to be working on a Mini Cooper SR53, not my one but this one. So I picked this one up yesterday, got a few little niggly issues. So the exhaust is blowing, it's losing water, common on these cars. The induction kit sort of tubing has fallen off, so that wasn't actually attached when I picked it up. I have test driven it, it drives quite nice, so we're going to get it up on the ramp today, take a look at the exhaust. I've got a couple of parts on order, so when they turn up I'm going to be fitting those, so a little bit more content for you guys, and hopefully once it's all done, I'd kind of like to do like sort of mini races. So one of my mates wants to insure it and have a little race. Maybe we'll do a track day, me in the black one, my mate in the red one. We'll see how it goes, or I might sell it, so might fix it up. It's quite a good spec. It's got a nice Milltek exhaust on it, upgraded intercooler, smaller pulley, all the usual bits, and it is a nice clean car. So I'll just show you around the car quickly, and then we'll jump to it, we'll get it on the ramp and we'll start work. Most of the work will be so when I bought it, the tube that goes on the throttle body was hanging off, so that's going to throw up a code, because it was sort of half blocking it, half not. It didn't have much oil in it, so I've topped it up. I've had a look at the water. It's leaking water out the cap, which is a common thing on these, so I will be changing the cap. As you can see down the back here, we've got the DCAT, some Milltek DCAT manifold, and I believe it's blowing from the flexi there. So if it is, I'll probably have to put a standard exhaust sort of manifold on it. But yeah, it's got the upgraded intercooler. 17% pulley down there, I measured that yesterday, so that's nice. And yeah, overall quite a nice looking car. Let's get it on the ramp. First of all, we'll get the other project off the ramp. So we're going to try and get the bumper back on this one today. I might get some clips of this. I haven't got too many of this car. It is absolutely filthy, but it has had a full respray, so once it's all together she's going to be pretty mint. I think we were waiting on bulbs for this one, so headlight bulbs, and then the front end can go on. We have got side skirts back on, trims, windows all back in, the back end's all back on. I've got some bulbs for the rear that I'll be fitting today. Yeah, let's crack on, get the car on the ramp, let's get to it. Just having a little look over what that noise was. It was the exhaust, so it was a flexi pipe on the exhaust, and that had basically split inside. So I went to Ipswich this morning, picked up a new sort of manifold with the cat in it. So I'm going to be fitting that today. I'm going to be whipping off that Milltek as well, because I want that for my car. And Dad's over there just welding up, making some sort of exhaust up to go back on this car. Hopefully it should sound good. So we've got a silencer to go on there, and then from the silencer it's just going to be straight through to a set of tailpipes. So yeah, I'll show you the manifold now, what was wrong with it, and show you what the car's looking like. So this is the exhaust that came off the car. If we just so that flexi there has completely had it, which is a shame because it was a decat. I've gone for a standard cap to go back on the vehicle. So this is how we're looking. So exhaust is off. 8-10mm bolts holding that on. Got the lambda sensors off, and we're just in the progress of removing the Milltec cap back. So remove that, give it a clean up. Probably fit it to my car at some point, but as you can see over there. So first start up after we've put the cap back on and a resonator. See what it sounds like. Oh, good start. There's a key. So it's going to sound exactly like this, but with a set of tailpipes at the end. Which actually sounds really good. Is that success?
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
So that's the end result. Got a cap into a resonator, straight through to some tailpipes. And that is looking, credit to Dad, that is looking pretty darn spot on. I think that sounds pretty good. And yeah, the video today is going to be slightly different. Yeah, unfortunately I broke my ankle. So I'm gonna make my way out there now. It's gonna be quite slow, but make my way out there, go meet Dad, and he's gonna be doing a lot of the work for me today. I'm gonna be getting some clips and videos for you guys just to keep you updated on it, and hopefully we get it back together. So just a quick rundown of what we found. So we obviously done the exhaust, that was all good. And there was like a chain rattle. Obviously I could hear it a little bit when I picked it up, but not too much because the exhaust was blowing that much. So after fixing the exhaust, that come out like quite loud, like almost like a chain slap rather than a rattle. So I did replace the tensioner, it didn't do anything. And for you guys that know about the chain tensioners, they're quite long, and as soon as I put the new one in, it was fully extended already. So I think that the chain had stretched that much that the tensioner wasn't actually doing anything. So it was all slapping about and rattling. So yeah, I stripped the top off, stripped it all down. The chain was quite fairly tight, but obviously as soon as we took the tensioner off, there was a lot of movement. So we're going to replace the chain. We're going to do everything that sort of side. We're going to do the gaskets, the O-rings, the seals, do the chain, like I said, the chain tensioner, because it comes with a new chain tensioner, replace all that sort of stuff, get everything put back together. So rocker cover, intercooler, all the stuff on top there. And yeah, hopefully that gets rid of the rattle. If it doesn't, and we might have to strip it down further and go from there. But stay tuned. I'll get myself downstairs and go start work. Ready? So yeah, let's get to it. So Dad's just getting it on the jack stands. We've got one under there, one at the back jacking block, and we'll probably just leave the jack under there for extra support. Got the essential cup of tea. I think it's going to be back and forth a little bit getting tools, but once we've got all the tools, it should be good to go. Quite tempted to keep it myself, but I know the missus won't really appreciate that, another car on the drive, but I think it's got to go. But